Let's look at best practices for working remotely. For the majority of my career, I had a job where I had to go to the office 8 hours a day or longer, Monday through Friday. But when COVID hit, for the last 1,128 days, I have been working entirely remotely, and it is mid-April of 2023 now. So I have a lot of experience with work remotely. When I initially came up with this list for best practices, I actually had 20 items, and there's no way I'm going to cover 20 items. So I'm going to give you 7 items for best practices. Here we go. Item number 1, have a dedicated workspace. Ideally, if you can have a dedicated office, that is the best place. But if you don't have that, whatever space you use, that is your workspace for work. Try not to mix it up with other stuff is tip number 1. Tip number 2, I'm going to go into some detail about. It has to do with equipment. This is your speaker, your mic, and your camera. When it comes to speakers and mics, this is my preferred method. This is a corded headset with the mic on it, of course. That is my preferred method. The reason I like this is I plug it in. There's no other connections to make besides plugging it in. And plus, it's a quality headset. You can find these for under $100. But some people like to go with a Bluetooth headset. This is a Bluetooth headset. I occasionally use this. My issue is sometimes it'll cut out for just 1 or 2 seconds. Plus, I need to make sure this is charged and I've got it connected to my Bluetooth on my computer. The third item, and this one I actually do use a lot, these are just speakers. This is what I wear. We'll pull this in here. This is what I wear when I am recording YouTube videos and I want to play it back. I sometimes will wear these for meetings, but not a lot. Pull that back out of the way for a second. And then you also have earbuds. Again, you're connecting with Bluetooth. So whatever works for you, continue to use it, but make sure it is something with quality. And again, I'm going to suggest, if you're not sure, get a corded headset. That seems to be the best thing to do. For your camera, this is a pet peeve of mine, but it doesn't bother me if someone else doesn't do it. I like to be eye level when I'm on camera because I'm training a lot and I'm in meetings a lot, and I just prefer to be eye level. My issue with laptops, and it's not a major issue, just how they are. Open up the laptop. I've actually seen laptops with the cameras at the bottom. That doesn't do anyone any good. The camera at the top, that's great, except eye level means you got to have your laptop lifted up on something. They actually make stands to do that, by the way, and that is what I do when I'm traveling. I got a portable stand that I take. If you get the laptop and put it down, now the camera's at just a weird angle looking at you. When I travel, that is how I work. I don't take anything special with me. But concerning the web camera, a lot of laptops, the web camera is not the best quality. So I would encourage you to possibly invest in an external web camera. I actually have one sitting right here. I don't care what brand you get, but usually the external web cameras, the quality is going to be a lot better than what you get with the web camera on your laptop. They even make stands to put the external web camera up, and that is how you get the eye level running, by the way. Item number 3 is a big one for me. So we've been talking about workspaces and equipment. Let's talk about work and life balance. I have a bad habit of working through lunch or eating lunch at my desk. And I have found that I'm actually way more productive if I actually take a break, take my lunch, get away from that dedicated workspace. I've got a dog that likes to go for a walk. So make sure you have a break during the day, and including taking breaks. And by taking breaks, this is something I do, and I may have already mentioned this, is that Microsoft Outlook has this feature where you can shorten your meetings that you're organizing. So instead of a 30-minute meeting, make it 25 minutes. You can use that 5 minutes to get coffee or tea. If the meetings are running long, an hour, hour and a half, you can set that to automatically give you a 10-minute break. So great feature there. So make sure you have some breaks throughout your day. Even working remotely, it is impossible to go from one meeting right into the next, I have found. It's just impossible to do that. So schedule some breaks for yourself if possible. Item number 4, dress like you're in the office. If you notice, I'm wearing a collared shirt. I wear this shirt when I'm working. Whenever I'm training, because I have a regular full-time job, I'm always in a collared shirt and a nice shirt. So I get up in the morning and I dress like I have to go into the office. So dress like you're in the office. Number 5 is set boundaries when you're working from home. This isn't always possible, but ideally people know in my office, if the door's shut, that I am training. Family doesn't come in here and bother me at all or ask me anything when that door is shut. I'm in training or I'm in an important meeting. So set some boundaries if possible when you're working from home. Item number 6, this is a great tip for you. So we've got our equipment ready. We're participating in these video conference meetings. What sometimes happens is you could be in a meeting where possibly you're the only person that is working remotely, or maybe you and just a few others, and everyone else is in a conference room. So I encourage you to always actively participate in meetings when possible. So you can always ask a question about something someone said. If you're unsure, we got the raise hand feature. So actively participate in meetings so people don't forget about you. And item number 7, have a backup plan. My example is this. I have high-speed internet, but if my high-speed internet goes out, I know I've got meetings, I know I've got training, so what am I going to do? I've already worked it out with my neighbors who also have high-speed internet with a different company that I can come over there if I need to. Also know where the closest place is where I can go and get Wi-Fi. And I even know the closest place where I can go and rent a dedicated office space for either hours or for the day, and it's very reasonable. So make sure you have a backup plan if you don't have an office near where you work. And finally, so those were the 7 items. I'm going to give you a quick list. So I'm not going into detail about these. Talk to other human beings. If you're just by yourself all the time, find a neighbor also that works from home possibly. Have lunch with that person. Maybe go to the office periodically and have lunch. Reinforce company culture. When you pop into a meeting with someone new, feel free to tell them your name, your job title, what office you're assigned to, and give them a little history about what you do. Make sure people know how to communicate with you. My preferred method where I work at is Microsoft Teams. I also like Outlook. What I do not like is a phone call on my mobile phone unless it's something urgent. And finally, make collaboration easy. Set yourself apart from everyone else. Let people know that you know how to collaborate. I don't care whatever platform you're using, you know how to share files, you know how to collaborate with files. Those are my tips, best practices for working. Thank you so much.